Hey everyone, it's Noor and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys how to deal with being underestimated. This is a topic, by the way, that is close to my heart, but I've been underestimated at some point in my life. I want to share with you guys my experience, how I dealt with it, and yeah, I'm just gonna be sharing everything that has to do with being underestimated. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. There are two news, one good one and the other one's bad. So the first good news is that it's okay to be underestimated. You know, it is something that literally every single person could be exposed to. It is something that you can't avoid, and that is why you have to accept it and understand that whatever is happening around you does not define you. Like, people could say what they want to say, they could like fire up at you, but it shouldn't affect you. And we'll get to that later on how to not let it affect you. Now, the second news is that it is okay for people to underestimate you, but it's never okay to underestimate you. So yeah, people could say what they want to say. They could say I'm not good at something. They could try to knock me down, try to talk smack about me, but I should never do that to myself, because once you do that to yourself, you already lost the battle. You know, at the end of the day, nobody can save you but you. So just keep that in mind. And that is also gonna help you understand that no matter what they say about you, it does not define you, because this is not the perception of yourself. This is not what you think of yourself. This is not what you believe about yourself. Therefore, it has nothing to do with you. Once you develop that mindset, you will literally not care anymore. And I know that it is easier said than done, but at the end of the day, you have to be aware of what's going on, because once you're actually aware of what's happening, you will not be shaken. I know you probably heard this like a million times, but genuinely, when you understand that people's perception of you is not the real you, nothing can affect you. Absolutely nothing. They could say what they want to say about you. They could point fingers at you. They could not believe in you, underestimate you, talk smack about you. But when you realize that this is just talk, and when you train yourself to be bulletproof, it's not really gonna affect you. Because I'll tell you something. Your perception of you is what matters, and if you genuinely, deep down in your heart, believe that you are capable of achieving something, you will. And that is the reality of it. Because you have to believe. It's all about belief, it's all about faith, it's all about knowing who you are, you know, knowing that you're a good person, knowing that you're genuine, knowing that you never harm anyone, knowing that God has a purpose for your life, and that no matter what people say about you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let them say what they want to say. You know what? You can use that to motivate you to actually prove them wrong. Now, I know you shouldn't be focusing on proving people wrong, but you can actually use that as fuel. Or you could use that to prove yourself right. And when you actually do that, you'll be proving them wrong. I also want to tell you guys that when you genuinely get to see that no matter what you do, people are always going to have something to say about you, you'll stop caring. And that goes even like when we look at celebrities. I mean, we've got so many celebrities out there that they're good people, they help people, but somebody would have something to say about them just because maybe they're jealous of them. Or for example, somebody watching them decides to critique what they're wearing instead of what they're saying. This is just an example, you know? Or like somebody that is so good at music, they make amazing music, their voice is amazing, and then somebody decides to critique how they look like. Like, there are so many more examples I could give, but you get the point. The point is, no matter what you do, whether good, whether bad, no matter who you are, people are always gonna have something to say, and you have to accept that. You have to be fine with it. You shouldn't let it affect you, because if you let it affect you, it's gonna be really hard for you to even do anything, because then you're gonna doubt yourself. You're gonna start playing all these things that they're saying in your head and potentially believe what they're saying, which is far from reality. So you should never ever do that. Now, I also want to mention a very important thing that you need to understand and believe and realize is that you're made in the image of God. And if you're made in the image of God, it means you are made the way you're supposed to be made. You are the way you are for a reason, and you have a purpose, and God believes in you. And you have to understand that when people critique you, it's actually an abomination to the Most High, because you were made in His image. At the end of the day, God sees the potential in you. He made you the way you are for a reason. You might be going through a hard time, you might be going through your journey, but He believes in your greatness, and you should too. And that's all that matters. Now, I want to talk about how you can not let what people say about you affect you. And that obviously is going to be easier for you with experience, because the first time it happens to you, it might be a lot overwhelming. You might start doubting yourself. You might just have to question a lot of things because you just don't understand why people are just so cruel to you and why they don't see the light in you, they don't see the greatness in you. And, or for example, they say harmful things to you. Your feelings are valid. Now, how can you overcome that and not let it affect you? You say to yourself and you believe that you are, first of all, bulletproof. You're protected by God. You have to believe in who you are. This is like the most essential quality you need to have, is the belief in oneself. You need to believe in yourself. And I'll give you an example on how it's gonna go. So for example, I have brown hair, right? I have brown hair. Somebody looks at me and is like, I hate your blue hair. Now, I pause here and I remember and I realize and I believe, whether they like it, whether they don't like it. Now, because I know who I am, I know my hair color, and I believe it. No matter what that person tells me, it is wrong and it goes out the window. So in reality, whether that person wants to swear at me and tell me how like ugly my blue hair is, it's just not the truth. So I'm just gonna laugh at them, or I'm just gonna ignore them, because I know who I am and I know that what they're saying is false and they're probably just insecure with themselves. And that's how you become bulletproof, with the strong belief of knowing who you are. And also, you need to have, like, honestly, you need to feel bad for the people that try to like either like put you down or like underestimate you. They're probably insecure with themselves, or you know what, God is showing you that they can't see the light in you because they're not meant to be in your journey. They are not people who are meant to go with you to the next stage of your life or through your life. So if anything, you need to be glad that, okay, now I know that this person cannot see the real me. You know, they have all these perceptions of me. All you gotta do is just distance yourself, ignore them. And if they're people that you have to see, for example, in your workplace or like your family members, just ignore them, okay? Because at the end of the day, the truth always comes out, and that's what you need to believe. Now, lastly, I want to touch on this point, this very important point, and that is when you put your whole focus onto yourself and on God, and you work on bettering who you are, becoming more authentic, you work on becoming a better person, helping other people, improving yourself in every aspect of your life. I mean, this is the real dream. And when you do that, when you work on things that people can't take away from you, like the things that I just listed, you become unstoppable. Because they can say whatever they want to say about you, but they can't take it away from you. And that's what I'm talking about, honey. Say what you want to say about me, you know, hate me, judge me, say that you don't like me, say that I can't do it, doubt me, whatever you want to say. Do what you gotta do, but I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna prove you wrong, and I'm gonna be real to myself. But at the end of the day, I always shine through, and you should too, and that's what matters. And yeah, guys, I just want to say I love you guys so much. Believe in yourself. Don't let anything that people say affect you, especially people you don't know, especially people that are not close to you. Don't let it affect you. I mean, they don't know you. They don't know the real you. You know the real you, and that's what matters. And I also want to tell you guys that if family members are doubting you, it's okay. Because you need to realize that, unfortunately, in life, there's gonna be times where people are gonna believe in you when you make it. So in order for them to believe in you, you're gonna have to believe in yourself, do what you gotta do, become successful, or prove them wrong, and that's when they're gonna believe you. And I know it's not gonna be the same, but at the end of the day, you saw who stuck with you in the beginning. You saw who believed in you in the beginning, so that you could assess that later on, and you could decide who you would want to keep in your life. Even those people that put you down and didn't believe in you, now all of a sudden they believe in you because you made it. I know it's not the same, but it is up to you to decide what you want to do with it and how you want to deal with these people, whether you want to keep them in your life or not. That just goes to show that you have to believe in you in order for other people to believe in you. And yeah, just don't expect anything from anyone. Don't expect your family members to believe in you, to always support you. Sometimes it's not gonna happen. And so you have to take matters into your own hands, and you have to support you, okay? Don't lose hope. Don't give up. And because when you give up, you just guaranteed that it's never gonna happen. And when you give in and you believe what other people are telling you, it's done. It's over. You literally let them win. So don't ever allow anyone to take you off your path, because you are great and God sees the greatness in you, and that's what matters. And yeah, guys, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. I hope this video gave you a new insight, because that's the purpose of my videos, to just help you guys and share my experiences in hopes that it could help somebody. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below what you want to see next, because I obviously want to know what you guys want to see next. You can also follow me on my social media, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.